Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're actually going to be talking about pretty much everything in regards to the market. We're going to be basically talking about XRP as well, and also XLM in regards to their price charts, as well as their Bitcoin price charts, as well as you guys already are aware of. Now, with that being said, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin in regards to the price action that we are currently seeing on it. We're going to be addressing it. We're going to be really kind of talking about the weekly candle close as well, because we did get a solid weekly candle close. Now, overall, am I, dead set on Bitcoin being very bullish right now? Not at all. The only good thing about our candle close today is that it's above, or I should say, it's the best weekly candle close in a very, very long time. In fact, I think it is the highest candle close in the history right now for most closes. So overall, right now, this is a great candle close. Does it mean that we are going to be bullish tomorrow and the next day and blah, blah, blah? No, that is not the case, right? So overall, let's address the recent candle closes, which are the 10th, right? On the 10th, we had a weekly candle close of roughly about 54.7K. So obviously, this is a really good candle close. We have been closing above or around this point quite a lot as this week kind of ranges on. We actually had this solid close. This was the daily candle close. It wasn't a weekly, so it wasn't really anything too incredible. But overall, this was a fairly good candle close, as well as the 16th, and of course yesterday's or today's, if you will. But by the time that I'm recording this is now Monday, so we are obviously watching Bitcoin closely today. The main thing that I'm keeping an eye out on today is the indices. Now, I know that I mentioned before that the indices were, kind of decoupling away from crypto, or I should say crypto was decoupling away from indices, and that is the case. I think that Bitcoin has been rallying against, stocks and commodities kind of doing a little bit poorly, but it is what it is, right? We still have to keep an eye out on them because they are a key functionality to us having that nice rally to the upside. But we are seeing most altcoins kind of bleed out a little bit while Bitcoin is running. We've seen some pumps on a few assets. We actually see Dogecoin up about 10% almost, but we did see Matic jumping out a little bit of its wedge today. Nothing too crazy there. XLM is kind of doing okay. Nothing too crazy there either. But overall, let's just jump into it. Let's talk about a few things. But before we fully jump into it, I just want to let you guys know I just released 3 new products on the store. I do plan on releasing 3 more later this week. As you guys probably are aware, the price of the Crusader Trading Bundle Pack went up. It does go up every single time new products are released. We actually just released the XLM exit strategy as well as 2 other ones. Overall, right now is the best time to get that pack if you wanted to, because this includes everything on the website as well as all future, products for free. So if you guys are, interested into something like that, you guys are more than welcome to get that. But overall, let's just jump into Bitcoin. So right now, I have a few concerns about Bitcoin. I told you guys for the last couple of days, yeah, we could be seeing a pullback. We could be seeing a correction on Bitcoin, and a lot of people were like, dude, come on, why you have to be, spreading FUD? Why you have to be bearish? It's not the fact that I want to spread FUD or be bearish at all. That's not the case at all. In fact, I'm doing the opposite, okay? Because I'm telling you guys the realistic viewpoints instead of just being stuck on the moon with all the other moon boys. Right now, on the 4-hour span, we could actually see Bitcoin rejecting a solid level. What is that level that you guys are wondering about? It's 62.5K. We have rejected this level multiple times. Now, we did see a rejection of, about 61.2K, quite a bit. I'm still watching this fairly closely. Now, on the 2-hour span, Bitcoin, again, trying to get over that 62.5K zone, but it can't. Again, if you want to look at the even more macro time basis, which is 1 hour, you could see it that it retested it 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 times. So this is a solid rejection point that we have to watch for closely. Again, if we look all the way back to around October 15th, which is roughly 3 days ago, this has been a solid point for us to watch for. This is actually, you might be thinking $63,000 was the retest here before we hit resistance. It actually wasn't. It was 62.5K. So we're watching that level closely. On the 4-hour, things look okay. It doesn't look too bad. Now, I do want to check out the volume. So let's check out the volume together and address that and actually kind of look at the concerns. So overall, volume is decreasing as the price is increasing. As you guys already know what that means. It means that we will most likely come back back down and retest a little bit lower. Again, volume on the 4-hour doesn't look too good. Even on this nice green candle here that pushed us up to about 62.5K, which I mentioned in the Discord, the volume was still decreasing there, which is a concerning factor. Now again, if we're looking at even more macro time basis, we're actually seeing volume increase a little bit on these candles, but nothing too crazy. On the 1-hour, we could actually see a little bit more of a decline. Overall, the volume does not look good. It doesn't look too compelling for me personally to say, hey, we're going to go much higher on Bitcoin. I'm going to give you guys the straight facts when I do see something concerning. I know that this is getting a little bit annoying hearing, but we're just kind of watching this closely on the macro time basis levels to understand if we are going to see a major breaking point or not. I still think that the correction is in sights. I think that we still see a little bit of a pullback. It is what it is. We don't need to pull back, but that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm personally seeing. We've seen Bitcoin kind of hit some resistance up at about 60 or at 46.94%, sorry. And a lot of people are wondering, well, when are altcoins going to pump? Well, it's fairly simple, right? It's the idea that what we really want is Bitcoin dominance to drop while Bitcoin's price is flying, right? That's what we want to see right now. So until we see that, I'm not going to get too excited on altcoins. But overall, I think that Bitcoin dominance looks fairly sketchy right now. I don't want to see it, higher up here, but we could be seeing a little bit of a higher retest, maybe around 48%, something around that level. Now, I will say this: I am watching the total 2 today as well, because we did retest about $1.3 trillion or the 786. We kind of retested that bottom support. That was our breakout point. I'm watching this closely because if we could actually break up above about $1.367 trillion, which is my main target point, then we could really kind of see altcoins kind of go on a little bit of a pump. That's what we're basically waiting for if you really want to see altcoins kind of move up in price. Now, overall, in regards to XRP, we are trading below the $1.10 resistance point. This is telling me that we could probably come down lower and retest a little bit lower support. Let's check out the volume on this. So we are seeing the volume decrease here, which is telling me that we are probably going to be retesting a little bit of a lower low. Again, here's that massive volume flux from earlier today, and here is some decreasing volume. Even though these are green, don't get too intrigued by green candles on the volume aspect because they are still decreasing. So right now XRP's volume does not look too compelling. Looks like we could be coming down lower. On the 1-hour and the 2-hour, it kind of looks the same as well. So overall, what is my basis on XRP? Well, I'm still looking for $1.05 or even $1 to be retested with even lower lows if Bitcoin will allow it. Now again, I'm watching Bitcoin fairly closely. Everybody was very, very bullish today. I, on the other hand, was not. And it was for good reason, because I'm watching Bitcoin closely in regards to a pullback. Because even today, in regards to that nice pullback that we had, it was pretty much a very quick wick. It was about a 6% on Bitcoin. Look at the percentage on XRP, 12%. So if Bitcoin falls, we will do probably around a 2x, with some altcoins even doing more than a 2x in regards to a decrease in price. So we need to watch for that closely on the macro time based levels. Now, all of this goes hand in hand with the Bitcoin price chart. Again, when we're talking about this, the volume goes hand in hand here as well. It's most likely going to be the same as the USD chart. Like I said, it's going to be decreasing. If we look at the macro time based levels, again, decreasing volume ever since this massive candle in regards to decreased volume. So everybody was wondering, why am I bearish? Why am I, not bullish? Why am I not saying, all-time highs yet? Because listen, on the macro time-based levels, it looks like we are looking for a correction. It looks like we are seeing that pullback. XRP, XLM, a lot of altcoins are retesting their lower supports on their Bitcoin price chart. So that is what I'm watching for currently throughout the entire market. And even if we look at XLM right now on the USD pair looks incredible. Check out the overall Bitcoin pair though. It still looks like we are in a downward slope in regards to that downward pressure. On the volume aspect, we could be seeing a little bit more of an increase in volume, but still it's decreasing volume on a daily scale. On the 4-hour and stuff, yeah, sure, things look okay. It doesn't look too bad, but ever since this candle, we've been decreasing in volume. So I would not be buying XLM right now. I would not be FOMOing in. I still think that we could see a lot better buys on a lot of altcoins, including XLM. But don't get me wrong, I think that XLM has been doing fairly good. We have been holding around the 38 centile range for that nice support zone. But do I think that this is going to hold for much longer? Absolutely not. I think that we could probably see around 36 cents to be in, 33 cents as well in regards to being retested on major support. So overall, when I'm watching this market, I'm watching the Bitcoin pairs closely for major volume in these altcoins. XLM and XRP, they're kind of doing a different thing right now. XRP is kind of staying stable. XLM has been moving up in price lately. Nothing too crazy, but overall, the Bitcoin pair for XLM looks a lot better than XRP's. XRP looks fairly bearish here. I know that a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it is what it is. I'm just telling you guys the straight facts. Volume is flowing out in a negative aspect on the Bitcoin pair, which is obviously leading to a negative aspect on the USD pair. And like I said, if you guys do want to get that nice juicy buy-in, I'm looking at $1.05 to $1 with possibilities of even lower if Bitcoin, like I said, will allow it. And I'm watching Bitcoin closely because it has been rejecting off of that nice line up there. I'm watching those levels closely as we do kind of range on here and kind of consolidate. Tomorrow, throughout this week, is going to be the important factors. Could we be seeing a drop tomorrow and Tuesday regarding the ETF stuff? Possibly. I'm just watching this closely because honestly right now, the market is playing out in that, sort of aspect where a lot of people are greedy, a lot of people are, ecstatic and are saying, all-time high, 70K. I'm just saying, when we see that, usually what happens after is a nice pullback. Now, obviously, with all of this in mind, like I said, today is the day that you want to watch these three because these could be fairly reasonable to look at in regards to what's happening in the market. The last time on Friday that we closed on a strong buy for the S&P and also the Dow Jones. The NASDAQ was in a buy zone, pretty much almost into a strong buy opportunity as well for the NASDAQ. Overall, these were performing fairly good last week, which obviously led to us performing fairly well as well. In regards to them being, are we decoupled away from, indices? Yeah, we are technically, but these still hold down a little bit of dominance on the market. So I'm going to be watching the indices this week just to keep a close eye out on them because they are a fairly good financial tool to really kind of watch for in this market. And while everybody's bullish, I'm going to be watching for that nice correction on Bitcoin because I still think that we could be seeing it. Overall, that's pretty much my summed up version of what's happening. I'm still fairly macro bearish, just to clarify. I know a lot of people hate me to be that way, but hey, I'm a permabull. I know what's the end goal here for crypto. And I do think that we could be seeing a massive bull run still. I'm not changing my mind on that. I just think on the macro time base levels, we can capitalize and buy the dip so we can capitalize on our maximum profit points by the end of this bull run. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome. Follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.